afternoon, everyone. I'm Kumar Sanavikraman, and my research supervisor, Dr. Rajan Singh, also here with me today. The topic of the study is the effect of dividend tax on dividend policy of listed firms evidence from Sri Lanka. This study tries to find the effect of dividend tax on dividend policy, and while doing so, it also tries to find the determinants of dividend policy in Sri Lanka. So you may be wondering, what is this deemed dividend tax? Deemed dividend tax should not be misunderstood with the dividend tax. Dividend tax is payable on the dividend income by the shareholders, while the deemed dividend tax is payable by firms who do not distribute the specified threshold percentage. It was introduced in 2007 with the intention of persuading firms to increase their dividend distribution. At the time of the introduction, the threshold percentage was 25%. That is, the firms have to distribute at least 25% of their distributable profit in order to avoid paying the dividend tax. However, this threshold was reduced to 10% in 2011. If a firm is liable for deemed dividend tax, it is taxable at 50% on the excess of 1/3 of distributable profit or dividend distributed. Moving on to the previous studies, many studies have been conducted in relation to the dividend policy in overseas. As you can see, D'Angelo and Stiles have found that there is a significant relationship between the choice to pay dividends and the leverage, profitability, cash balance, firm size, growth, and dividend history. Further, Kuo, Phillips, and Sand have found that liquidity is an important determinant of dividend payout policy in developed markets of US and Europe. In relation to the Sri Lankan context, Abhay Dheera and Senaratne have found profitability, available investment opportunities, financial choices, like dividends and the liquidity position of the company are the main factors that influence Sri Lankan firms' dividend policies. Furthermore, Chandan Gunathilaka have identified the level of earnings and like dividends are negatively related to the payout behavior of firms, while institutional shareholding affects positively and leverage and size of the firm have more influence on the payout policy. In 1976, Black describes dividends as a puzzle. Since then, there were many studies have been conducted on dividend policy. However, in 2010, Al-Malkawi, Rafferty, and Pillay conclude their study stating that although numerous studies have examined various issues of dividend policy, they have produced mixed and inconclusive results. This suggests that even after 4 decades of studies, the Black statement remains true and dividend is still a puzzle. So comparing to the previous studies, what is study? Why is this study important? Well, previous researchers have not considered deemed dividend tax when examining the dividend policy. Therefore, no previous study is available in relation to dividend policy and deemed dividend tax. That is mainly due to the fact that deemed dividend tax is a relatively new concept to the taxation. However, deemed dividend tax is directly related to the dividend policy. Therefore, this study specifically focuses on the impact of deemed dividend tax on the dividend policy and how deemed dividend tax has changed the factors affecting dividend policy. Following the model, Desalandis, Landry, and 14 have used in their study to find the effect of dividend tax cut in Canada, we have modified the same model to suit to our study. In the model, the dependent variable is dividend payout ratio, and 2 dummy variables, namely post I variable and post R variable, have been used as independent variables together with dividend income variable. Post I variable captures the effect of the introduction of deemed dividend tax in 2007, and it takes the values of 1 for the period after the introduction of deemed dividend tax and 0 prior to the introduction. And post R variable measures the effect of the relaxation of threshold in 2011, and it takes the value 1 for the period after the relaxation of threshold and 0 for the period prior. Considering the findings of previous studies, we have incorporated profitability, volatility of profits, debt level, liquidity position, institutional ownership variables into the model as control variables. The above model is regressed using the Tobit regression for the total study period, and again separately for the period 2003 to 2006 in order to find how deemed dividend tax has changed the factors affecting the dividend policy. So you may be wondering why have I used Tobit regression? Well, Tobit regression assumes that dependent variable has certain limitations, that it cannot take certain values. As I said earlier, dependent variable of the model is dividend payout ratio, and dividend payout cannot take negative values and is limited to 0 or positive values. Therefore, the Tobit regression is the most appropriate to analyze dividend payout of firms. Moving on to the data of the study, the initial sample was selected from the firms listed in Colombo Stock Exchange throughout the period 2003 to 2014, excluding financial firms. Then we have used stratified random sampling method to select 100 firms from the remaining sample, giving equal weightage for each subsector in the CSC. This slide presents a summary of sample data. We have used total of 1,200 firm year observations, having equal number of observations from each sub-period. And you can see that 817 firm years are distributed out of 1,200 firms during the total study period, and you can clearly see that after the introduction of deemed dividend tax, the number of firm years who have paid dividends have increased. The sample data also shows that the number of firms who paid dividends with positive dividend income has increased from 99 to 138 after the introduction of deemed dividend tax. The mean dividend payout ratio for the total study period is nearly 40%. However, if you look at the free period, it was just 36% in the period 2003 to 2006. But after the introduction, it has increased to 37% and further increased to 45% in the period 2011 to 2014. So let's move on to the regression results. This shows the Tobit regression results for the total study period. You can see that the post-R variable is positive and significant at 1%. This indicates that the introduction of deemed dividend tax has increased dividend payout of firms. However, the post-R variable is negative and significant at 10%. This indicates that the relaxation of threshold in 2011 has influenced firms to decrease their dividend payout. However, to a lesser extent when compared to the introduction. If you look at the dividend income variable, the coefficient is positive and significant at 1%. It suggests that higher dividend income encourages firms to for a higher dividend payout. Positive coefficient for profitability and negative coefficient for volatility of profits indicate that higher profitability and stable profits positively affects dividend policy. The debt variable is negative, which indicates higher debts discourage dividend payout, and the institutional ownership variable is positive, which such as institutional investors influence firms to distribute more dividend. However, the results suggest that liquidity is not a significant factor that affects dividend policy in Sri Lanka. So let's move on to the topic regression results for the 2003 and 2003 to 2006. This shows the results of 2003 and to 2006 together with the total study period result. You can see that dividend income was not a significant factor affecting dividend payout prior to the introduction of dividend tax, that is in the period 2003 to 2006. However, it has become a significant factor that positively affects the dividend payout after the introduction of dividend tax. Furthermore, the liquidity variable coefficient is positive in the period 2003 to 2006. However, it has become a negative coefficient in the total study period. This suggests that firms try to reduce their dividend tax liability rather than by paying dividends rather than giving consideration to their liquidity position. So, in conclusion, we have found that large number of firms have initiated dividends after the introduction of dividend tax in 2007, and the firm's dividend payout ratio has increased due to the introduction of dividend tax. However, the relaxation of threshold has influenced firms to reduce their dividend payout. Thus, we can conclude that the dividend tax has affected dividend payout of Sri Lankan firms significantly. It was also found that firms try to reduce their tax liability by distributing dividends to avoid paying dividend tax rather than giving considerations to liquidity position. Further, the dividend income has become a significant factor that positively affects dividend payout. And supporting the findings of previous studies, we have found that level and stability of profits, institutional ownership, and leverage affect dividend payout of Sri Lankan firms. You can see the references that we have used in the presentation, and that's all. Thank you all for this.